Well, good morning. I'm Professor Carl Ross of the University of Portsmouth in the United Kingdom, and today is the 21st of December 2010. I'm going to talk about bad weather and climate change. According to Milankovitch, in his 1920 astronomical theory, he said there's three types of climate change due to astronomical variations. Type 1 is eccentric orbit around the Sun. At present, the orbit around the Sun is fairly circular, and we are in the middle of the cycle. The cycle is 100,000 years. I'm in the middle, roughly in the middle of a cycle. The eccentricity is about 6.7%. But as time goes on, as we approach 50,000 years from now, the orbit will become eccentric, very eccentric, almost elliptical, and the Earth will be very, very far away from the Sun, because the eccentricity will be about 5 times the present eccentricity, and we have an ice age. And this ice age will be so cold that we won't be able to live in the northern and the southern hemispheres. We'll have to migrate to the equatorial regions. Now, don't confuse this ice age with the tiny ice age that took place from 200 to 400 years ago, which was quite mild. The Thames froze, but it was quite mild, and we could live in that. We can't live on this ice in the northern and southern hemispheres when this ice age occurs. Now, type 2 is called obliquity theory. Now, imagine this to be the Earth, and here we have the axis of the Earth there. In this case, the Earth rotates about this axis, but not horizontally. It rotates at an angle like this, angle like that, at 23.5 degrees, and the variation of this angle varies over 40,000 years between 22.1 degrees to 24.5. Now, this causes our 4 seasons. So when this goes, so it rotates like this and goes around like that. So when it's here, the Sun will cause us to have our summer, because because the distance from there to the Sun will be less than the distance from there to the Sun, and this goes round. Then we'll have our autumn, and the southern hemisphere will have their spring, and when we come around there, the southern hemisphere will be here, will have their summer, while we're having our winter, because we're up here, and it comes around here to the southern hemisphere's fall or autumn, and our spring, and back here, so that this part here is closer to the Sun, and we have our sun. Now, this is the reason why we have our 4 seasons. If this rotated around like that, with the axis like the spun about the axis looks like that, we wouldn't have any seasons. This cycle lasts for about 40,000 years. Now, the third type is called precession. This is where the Earth wobbles. The Earth is going around like that, and it actually wobbles. It wobbles like that. Wobbles like that. And this is called precession. This cycle takes place over 26,000 years, so the wobble changes from almost 0 to a maximum there of 26,000 years, and this may have caused, in my opinion, the tiny ice age of 200 to 400 years ago. Now, I don't believe that these are the cause of the present bad weather and climate change, appreciably, because they take place over such a long time. My own opinion is climate change is due to the greenhouse effect. The CO2 in the atmosphere has increased from 0.03% to pre-industrial levels to 0.038% now, and this is probably causing the infrared rays from the Earth's surface coming out like that to be blocked by the greenhouse gases, and causes the warming of the temperature. In fact, the temperature of the sea have increased by 1 degree C, which is enormous. Now, this is causing the Arctic and the Antarctic to melt, causing a redistribution of the Earth's mass. In other words, here you've got the Arctic, and there you have the Antarctic, and they've got ice masses on them. And when that ice melts, I reckon it's coming down here. The ice melting from the Arctic goes there, the ice melting from the Antarctic goes there, and I reckon the redistribution of the Earth's mass and the CG of the Earth's mass is changing due to the greenhouse effect, and I believe that this is the main cause of the bad weather we've had in recent times. We've already had 3 in this year alone, in the south of England we've had 3 ice snowfalls, but causing terrible problems. Also, the flooding in Pakistan is probably caused by this, because the water temperatures have increased by 1 degree C, and therefore there's more water in the air, more snow as a result of it, more rain. So we've had terrible flooding in Pakistan, Bangladesh a couple of years ago, China, and even in the UK we've had it. We've had terrible forest fires as well, caused by this warming in California, Australia, Greece, and drought as well in Australia, Africa and Asia. So my opinion is the problem we've got with the bad weather at the moment is caused by the snow melting at the north and the south poles, and the water being distributed. So the centre of gravity of the Earth has changed, and it's precessing like that. It's rotating, it's wobbling. It is. I think the Earth has got a slight wobble. It's not dangerous, but it'll cause us a few problems.